Hey y'all, Ashley and Brooke here. We are currently driving
Mom's
because
gonna literally kill you if you put that in the stop over.
We're not actually driving, everybody. But Zach forgot the camera at home for day 3, tournament 3 or whatever.
That's a rookie mistake.
So we are currently going to bring the camera to him. He better put this in the video. Bye.
Alright, good morning YouTube. We're back at the bowling alley. Blake's bowling on Scorpion today. We're about 7 frames in. And it's going okay. We got no doubles yet, but all spares and 1 strike. They look a little touchy. Some guys are starting really far left. Some are playing a little straighter. Pretty much no urethane going down the lane for the righties. I had a little bit of a rough start to the morning. Got here, realized I forgot the camera at home. So drove back, met Brooke like halfway, pick up the camera, got here just as Blake was starting. So recording the intro now. Blake finished up in 20th yesterday, so good finish for him. Another check, and then he's in 16th for the World Championship. So sitting in a really good spot there. Today's just going to be about controlling the pocket and, when you move pairs, make good shots, execute, so that way you can get a read, see how far left you have to be on each pair.
Rough start this morning. Threw the ball good the first game, but I just think I was wrong ball, wrong part of the lane. And I was clean through 8, and then feel good shot in the 9th. 2 4 10s. Surprised me a little bit, so I ball changed in the 10th and big 4. So 167 to start, a little bit rough, and had a ball change now, moved a little bit left and right lanes are playing pretty differently in this block, so trying to stay on top of that and make some good shots going forward. So we've still got plenty of games to go. The grind begins, continues, however you want to look at it. Let's do it.
So one thing I forgot to mention earlier is Blake actually has a new cross for these next 2 patterns. So they changed up who you bowl with after the first 2 patterns. So he's bowling with Spencer Robarge, CJ Petrin, Chris Sloan, and William Svensson. So I would still say it's a good cross. So it's good for him. And then, yeah, like Blake said, kind of this whole week the left lanes have been playing tighter, and then the right lanes have been hooking more. So some guys have been throwing 2 dwells on each lane, and other guys they're playing roughly 4 to sometimes even like 6 boards different depending on what pair you're on. So it's kind of just figuring out how much different each lane is from the start, and then being able to adjust from there. So Blake's got a 3-bagger now, so let's see if we can keep it going.
New day, new motive shirt.
All right, it's not going great at the moment for Blake. A couple rough pairs. We just went to the high end, and that end is not very nice. So we got one game left before lunch break. Hopefully we can finish strong. I think game plan for the next block is to maybe have a little surface on some cleaner stuff. Alpha Crux wasn't great game one. And then we might drill a ball. Hopefully they got an IQ tour. We just need something smoother, but a little weaker as well. So hopefully we can figure that out. Alright, we're back here for the second 5-game block. Just starting practice. Blake's going to try a couple of concepts, try and play a little straighter this block. He also drilled an Ion Pro Solid. Something a little smoother off the spot rather than like clean and quick is what he was having issues with earlier. So drilled something a little smoother. Hopefully that gives him a better look later on in the day. But good block here will pick us back up off our feet from that first block and hopefully get us back in a good spot for the World Championship. So stay tuned and see what happens. we're in the middle of game 2 here. Not a great start, 168. Just can't really seem to find the right ball motion going down the lane. Halfway through game 2, it's not looking great either. Just went to the Gremlin Tour X, so hopefully that blends it out a little bit better. Gonna have to move a little further left than when he was with the concept, so hopefully this gives him some more miss room down lane. He just needs something that's a little more blended, so all we can do now is hope for the best and try to capitalize on these last 3 games to, you know, kind of save some score for the World Championship, because at the end of the day, that's the most important one. It's got the most money and for the major, so. Blake's 4 frames into his last game right now. He's at 42 in the 4th. Switch ends for this last game, and pair is just really bad. And ball motion's hard. Right lane's different than the left by a lot. Normally the right lanes have been hooking more. This one is the left. So it's just been really brutal. It's going to go to 2 balls on different lanes now, so hopefully he can finish strong, but just try and save the block, I guess. Alright, last game did not go well, as you saw, but he still has a chance at the World Championship with a good day tomorrow, so hopefully Shark plays a lot better. It was a really, really interesting day because I didn't feel like he executed all that bad, and pair to pair, lane to lane, it was just so difficult, and even when he was making great shots, like, they just always split, you know, he never could leave it makeable, and then, you know, you make the adjustment, it strikes for one shot, and then throw another shot, and it does something completely different. So he went through a lot of ball changes today, and unfortunately, it was just one of those days where it didn't, you know, it just felt like he never saw the picture, never matched up correctly, and sometimes you just have those days, but hopefully tomorrow, flip the switch, you know, make a run at a show, and if he can do that, he'll probably sneak into the World Championship. So tomorrow we need a really good day, some high scores, and boost him into the World Championship, at least give him another, you know, check for the week. So that's all we can do now. Anyways, that wraps up Scorpion, day 3, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Peace out.